This vlog is gonna be brought to you by Bombast Socks. You know what's like hard to do? Shop for bikes. Shop for your first bike, your second bike, whatever it may be. You get all caught up, you're like looking at geometry, you're looking at whatever, you're looking at reviews, you're looking at everything, all in an effort to not get it wrong. Ugh, do you ever know that feeling? But I want to say there are two things that I live by that make this so much easier for me, and maybe it'll work for you. I know some people don't love this, but when you're looking at bikes, find the one that you can afford. Two, the one that has the look, color, whatever it may be, that gets you so excited that you want to be on it all the time. Those are the two criteria. Everything else is an afterthought. It's a second thought. It doesn't even matter. If you are stoked to be riding a bike and you can afford it, it's in your budget, it's the right bike. Buy it. Oh, it's pretty. Now, this thing that we're on right now, this is the best bike I have ever owned, bar none. There's no contest. And this thing, well, it's a 2008 Specialized Tricross Sport. Obviously, if the first thing that you did was head to Google to see what a 2008 Specialized Tricross Sport looks like, this is not what you got. This is quite a little bit different than what that bike was when it first came out. It took like a good 6 or 7 years to get this to be like this. It's probably the most accurate epitome of my favorite David Freiberger mantra: don't get it right, just get it running. Many of you who watch this channel will be familiar with that saying and this bike. It's called the Rawstercross, but I don't want to waste too much time on that. What I do want to waste time talking about, though, is how powerful I think it is to have a bike that you're stoked on, no matter the level, that you want to go ride as soon as possible. Like, get out there and start doing it. So I'll catch the odd flack in the comments, understandably, for seemingly avoiding, ignoring, completely not doing things right the first time with every project. And like, I could see how that's frustrating and maybe a little bit annoying for some viewers. I get that, but you have to understand that in my brain, I'm like, well, if I'm gonna do it right the first time, like do it just once, that means more time waiting before I ever get on this thing. And if I spend the $20 or the $30 I have right now, I can make this bike work like kinda okay. And I'm so excited about it that kind of okay is just good enough. Like, I will go ride the wheels off this thing with it just kind of working. Like, that's all I need. That's what gets me excited. They can be evolving things, and I think there's value in that. I think. The last time we hiked down this little cliff here, I slipped and fell, probably because I had to think about what's on my feet so much. But today I'm wearing Bombast socks, which of course are made from the most comfortable materials that they could source. They come in all these sick designs, have honeycomb technology in the midsole so it holds it in place. There's no seam over the toe, plenty comfortable, don't have to think about what's on my feet, so therefore I don't fall. Ha! And if you want that kind of comfort and security on your own feet, head over to bombas.com, linked below, and use SPIN20 at checkout. You'll be able to look just as good as I do with this casual cycling kit on. And they donate 1 pair of socks to a community in need for every pair sold. So you can even feel good about it. We're out. Angela and I were driving by here the other night, and there's always cars like right here. She was like, what's in there? And I've never checked it out, so I'd also like to know what's in here. Fishing spot. Oh, there's like railing. This looks like it used to be a bridge. Whoa. Nice. Wow. Oh, it's pretty. Cool. Do people go in this water? Does anyone from Nova Scotia know? Someone asked me in the comments once, how do you find these places? How do you find these trails? How do you get where you get to? And the answer literally is exactly how we came in here. I'll see something and I'll say, I wonder what that is, and I'll go in and check it out. 9 times out of 10, it's nothing. This is kind of cool. I would say if you're gonna adopt that strategy for checking new things out, be prepared to fail regularly and be okay with it. So you might know this about me, you might not, depending on your level of familiarity with this channel. I used to work in a bike shop, and in that setting, it is really easy to get sucked into the get the better stuff. You get a discount, so spend a little bit more and you'll get something better because you're getting a discount, and constantly wanting to go up to the next level. But when you work at a shop, you don't really make a whole lot of money, so you gotta kind of wait or put yourself into debt or completely bury yourself in constantly wanting to have some of the best stuff because that's what you're working with. And I do not like spending a lot of money all at once. It kills me. So a lot of times I'll have these ideas where I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll go for that. And then I'll spend all that money on burgers and poutine and still not have the part and still not have the money. So it was a constant cycle of oh, I still didn't get the thing I wanted, and that bike is still not ready to go, and it's unrideable because I'm trying to save up for the better thing. Mostly I think as a way to impress other bike shop employees or other people who know things about bikes. This is probably a 10-minute long video for me just to say a bike that is not together and rideable is the worst bike. The best bike is the one that you can acquire and get going and start riding. The one that rides is the best bike. And I'm gonna finish this off with a story that I have told before. It's a girl came into the shop. She had this cafe-like cruiser bike with 2 saddlebags on it. She's like, I'm looking for a tune-up. I just rode here from Montreal. And she continues on, I don't really know anything about bikes. I figure that's a lot of kilometers or a lot of mileage. It should probably be looked at, right? And I was like, you rode this bike? You rode this bike from Montreal to here? She's like, yeah. I don't know, I kind of always wanted to do it. I went to a shop and asked a guy, I was like, what's the best bike for touring? And his answer was, well, the best bike for touring is the one you've got. So I bought a rack and some bags and I rode here. Montreal to Halifax on the bike I had. You're right. You're absolutely right. The best bike is the one you can afford, the one you like the look of, and that rides.